Ltd, and I'm really excited about today's show because we have a special guest. Here in Barbados, her name is a household name on the cultural landscape. She wears many hats: creative writing, acting, directing, and I could go on and on. Let's welcome Jennifer Walker. Welcome, Jennifer.
Hi, Kelly, thank you so much for having me.
You look wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Today, she has been wearing lots of hats, but another hat that she will be wearing today is sous chef, as she will be helping me to make a dish very popular in Guyana, fried okra.
And I love okra.
You love okra?
I love any vegetable too.
Wonderful. But before we start to cook our okra, we want to find out a little more about Jennifer. As I said earlier, you wear many hats. Is there one of those roles that you play that stands head and shoulders above the others? Like, do you like one more than the other?
Actually, people won't believe it, but the one that I really like is HIV educator. I am an educator, trained educator, and I enjoy spending time with young people. I also do training for the government offices, private entities. So whenever they call me, I am always willing and ready to go. So that's one of my first loves.
Wow.
Teaching HIV education, behavior change.
Great. I should also mention she is also a social agitator. Now, have you been able to find a way to merge 2 or even 3 of the roles that you play into one?
Yeah, basically as a I do a lot of emceeing. I'm a comedian as well.
Yes.
So a lot of the times when I'm performing, I always call each of my engagements a performance. So
right.
I'm able to merge a lot of, even in my serious stuff, I use a lot of the comedy because I find that people tend to take serious messages when it is done in a comedic form. Mm-hmm. So for me, I'm able to merge a lot of the aspects of myself into the performance that I'm doing.
Yeah, because I found a way also to merge, 2 passions of mine would be cooking and writing. Mm-hmm. And I found a way to merge them by writing a cookbook.
Great, yeah.
Which I will link below. So if you're interested in purchasing the cookbook, you can always see the link below. Yeah. So you found ways to merge 2 of your passions.
Yes, but one of the other things I do is that I love to cook.
And she loves to cook, so this is going to be simple. So now let's go over the ingredients. We have 13 medium and large okras.
And I think this is chopped onions.
Yes.
Chopped onions, I think. Chopped sweet pepper. And then we have the spices, which is paprika, looks like salt and black pepper.
Yes.
And some oil.
Correct. First step in preparing our fried okras is to chop the okras. We have to get the okras really fine. So okras are really popular in dishes, especially in Barbados' national dish, flying fish and cuckoo.
Correct.
But one thing that makes flying fish and cuckoo so good is the slime in okra. Mm-hmm. But so many children do not like the slime. So for fried okra, you don't have to worry about that. This is a dish that children will love because we usually get rid of the slime. So we're going to cut off the tops and the bottom. Mm-hmm. And once we have done that, then we're going to chop the okra almost like if we're going to mince it. So we're going to just chop the okra like this. So we will allow Jennifer. Yeah.
Does it matter how it has to be thick or not?
Yeah, we want it to be really fine, finely chopped. Because the smaller you chop it, the more it releases that slime. Mm-hmm. And once we get that slime out, though it is a good thing, but for fried okra, we do remove it. So once we get it chopped, it releases that slime and we get rid of it so we can fry it all. And while Jennifer is chopping up, I'll just ask her another question. Now, she has been known to act in a really popular Bajan production, Bajan Bus Stop.
Yes, that's right.
And she became quite popular with her solo performances at NIFCA. Now, NIFCA is a national festival we have here in Barbados. National Independence Festival of Creative Arts. It really exposes a lot of talent that we have here on the island. And that is one way that Jennifer would have exposed her talent, by entering and, doing some solo performances. So, Jennifer, tell us, how did you get into acting?
Well, I started years ago when I had joined the Green Room Players.
The Green Room Players?
The Green Room Players. But I started in the the technical aspect of theatre, like props and sound and lights backstage. And then we had a workshop that the late Wendy Smith he put on for members of the Green Players then.
Okay.
And coming out of that workshop was the creation of the Beijing Bus Stop, where we said the persons who've never been on stage will get a chance to be on stage, and the persons who are the backstage, and then the actors will do the technicals.
So they give a switching of roles.
Switching of roles. So I went and I got the role of Celeste in the Beijing Bus Stop, which is the wife to the drunkard. So that's where my official acting career started.
And the rest is history.
I started writing my own pieces and performing. I started by sang, playing the guitar, and then I used to enter the culinary
multi-talented
arts and the visual arts, and then I started writing my own monologues, and that's where I started.
Have you ever thought about taking your pieces, the performances, outside of Barbados?
Well, we have performed. Myself, I have a small theatre company called Double Laugh Theatre now.
Okay.
Myself and Yolanda hold a Kapendege, and we would have been invited to a number of countries we've performed overseas and stuff. Okay. So I look forward to,
So I'm going to link all the information about her company in the description box below. So if you're interested, you can go on. You have a page, a Facebook page?
No, sadly, no, we don't.
So we
but
need to start working on that. Start working on that
yes,
to make sure people can see everything that you're doing.
That's right.
Now you will see Jennifer has been successful in chopping. So I'm going to put everything together and just so we can merge it all. So once this is done, we'll go on to the final step, which is to fry. This is really easy.
Well, this is an interesting way because normally when I would have done my fried okras, I would have done them whole.
So you still keep the slime.
Yeah, so I would do a batter and do them whole, but I'm interested to see how this one would come up now.
Yeah, I learned this from a friend of mine who lived in Guyana, and from the first time I tried it, I absolutely loved it. And even though I don't have a problem with the slime in okra, I was so conscious that you didn't taste it. You didn't taste it.
But a little thing about okras, people take a lot of what they call things to help laxative. Okras is a very natural laxative.
Great for that.
Yeah, so you don't need to do the all the fiber thing that you
just get okras.
Benfiber and so on.
So that is a great tip. So sometimes sometimes when you're planting okras, you have a glut of okras on the market. There are so many things you can do with your okras, and we've just learned that okras is a natural laxative. So please don't only take your okras to make cuckoo. You can use it to make fried okra, or we'll probably try it at another time to do the okras the way Jennifer does it, whole and in a batter. That way, for the adults who may like it, you still keep your slime. But this one is very kid-friendly, so we're going to start to fry it now. The final step is to fry the okra, so we're going to add some oil.
Not a lot of oil.
Not a lot of oil, because you don't want too much oil, but just enough to cover the bottom of your pan. And it's always easier if you're using a non-stick pan. So the equipment that you use in the kitchen is really important to the turnout of the dish. We allow it to get a little hot. You can feel it's getting hot already. The next step is to add the onions. So I'll allow Jennifer to add the onions and the sweet pepper.
Add the onions.
Saute them together, and it really will give it an amazing scent. Now we're going to add the star of our dish.
Yes.
The okras. Yep. The natural laxative.
Very natural.
There are even some persons who have used okra to make a drink. I've never actually done it.
Well, sometimes I do a lot of smoothies.
Yeah.
So sometimes if I do a best smoothie, then
you try okra.
You need the okra because the okra will give it that nice smooth consistency.
Yeah.
So okra is a very.
I really have to try using okra in a drink. Now we allow this to saute for about 2 or 3 minutes. Then we will add the final ingredients or spices together. So I'll just mix them all together and then just throw them in and saute them. And this is done. This is a perfect side dish if you're having an event and you want to have your veg included. You can have some fried okra on the side.
Yes,
fried okras.
This is beautiful.
It looks amazing.
It does.
Like we were saying off camera, if you use a red or orange sweet pepper, it would give it such a pop. But we use green and it looks great.
Nice.
Can't wait to taste it.
Yep.
Fried okras are done. And it's time to taste. Jennifer, just tell us what you think.
Curry is really nice. It's still crunchy.
So crunchy.
Yeah, so you don't overcook it. And the seasonings are, you know,
Adding more to it.
It's
And
really nice.
the easiest thing about this is that it takes literally 10 minutes. And because the color green, you know, when you cook something green, it just brightens up the color. So I can just imagine this on a plate next to starch and protein, and you need vegetable.
Yeah, and you know, one of the things about eating vegetables, because you know a lot of people don't like vegetables. The idea is that if you create it, prepare in a creative way, they'll try it. So
The creative writer is coming out even as we talk. So we've just merged creative writing and sous chef. Find a creative way, not just for children, but for any adults. If it's a particular thing that you know you do not like, you don't have to sugarcoat it. Just find another way to prepare it, and they're still getting the same natural goodness.
I love this. It was a pleasure.
Fried okra. Now you need to try it. Jennifer, I want to thank you so much for coming here, for helping us to make this amazing, tasty fried okra.
Kelly, it was really my pleasure. You've taught me how to do my okras a different way, and I'm going to try it your way, and I'll send you something that you see how it goes.
Look forward to seeing it. And whenever she sends that, I'll make sure you see the okras that she has done. And you can feel free to add some more spices, you know, just to make it your own. Or a different color sweet pepper just to brighten it up. And I'm sure it will be just as tasty. Yeah. Once again, thank you so much for coming.
Kelly, it was really my greatest pleasure being here with you this morning. It really, really was.
Thank you. And all the best in your acting career, as a comedian, as a director, as a writer, all those many hats that you play. All the very best in all those roles.
Thank you very much. And all the best to you with your cooking. And I look forward to reading your cookbook. At least getting one.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Thank you.